Students, you have understood a few concepts after watching the previous video. How an animal's physiology and anatomy are integrated with its behavior, and also gain knowledge on different types of animal behavior like instinct, imprinting, conditioning, and imitation. Hello students, Shubhajit and Shailaja are back with yet another topic: animal behavior and intelligence. Also, some interesting concepts like tagging, how dolphins understand a code language, etc. Are you all ready? Let's begin with the learning objectives. Learning objectives. By the end of this video, you will be able to understand animal investigating behavior, some experiments towards animal intelligence, and more interesting things like dolphins can remember their names and understand a code language if they are trained by practice. Keywords. Tagging. Tagging is used to study the long-range regular and irregular movements of animals and to determine their lifespan. Migration. Migration is a pattern of behavior in which animals travel from one habitat to another in search of food, better conditions, or reproductive needs. Biodiversity. The variety of living organisms. Behavior. A change in the activity of an organism in response to a stimulus. An external or internal cue or a combo of cues. Cues. It is a signal for a performer to say or do something. Concept map. Investigating behavior. Behavior can be investigated in the field or in the laboratory. It can be observed and measured, and experiments can be designed to test how it works. Animals can signal to each other. For example, they may call each other to warn of the danger. Some scientists recorded and studied the signals to work out what the signal means. Tagging. Like birds, some other animals also migrate over large distances to find food or nesting sites. Animals can be tagged by attaching tracking devices to them. Tagging lets scientists follow the journeys the animals make. Lorenz and Pavlov have studied animal behavior under controlled conditions. Let's study the behavior of cockroaches. For this, follow the steps. Divide the box into 4 chambers with different conditions, that is, light and dry, light and humid, dark and dry, dark and humid. Put the cockroaches into a choice of chamber. Cockroaches prefer dark and damp conditions. A quarter of the choice chamber with these conditions contains most or all the cockroaches. Cover the box and leave the setup for 15 to 20 minutes. Count the number of cockroaches in each chamber. In which chamber is the number of cockroaches highest? Compare your observations with other groups. Write down the differences, if any. From your experiment, try to write down a short note about the behavior of cockroaches regarding their living conditions. So, finally, you would understand that cockroaches always prefer dark and damp conditions. Interesting, right? Now, let's do some experiments regarding animal intelligence. Some experiments towards animal intelligence. Believe it or not, cheating or bluffing and hiding are also characteristic features of self-consciousness. In other words, we can say that you know what others think of you and vice versa. In order to make them confused, you do something that others cannot guess your plans. Not only humans, but there are some animals that show the same behavior. A bird called scrub jay hides its food. Unfortunately, when it searches back its own food, it finds that another scrub jay has stolen it. An experiment proved that a scrub jay had hidden its food in the presence of another bird. After some time, it was found that the other bird had stolen it with a plan. Squirrels too hide their food in a fascinating way. They always behave in such a manner that somebody is trying to steal their food. In order to misguide others, they dig holes in many places and heap leaves, straw, etc. to cover them. Sometimes, most of the holes do not contain any food. In this way, they cheat others into believing that these holes contain food. If we think of logic, we must remember dolphins. Dolphins have great logical thinking power. It was proven by Hermann. Hermann studied 4 bottlenose dolphins at Cavallo Basin Mammal Laboratory of Hawaii Islands. He named them Akiko Moi, Phoenix, and Allen Hippo. He could understand by his study that dolphins can remember their names and understand a code language if they are trained by practice. Even they could reply to a complex code language. For example, the closed fist shows a tub. Raised arms show a ball, and one hand raised tells bring here. The actions are understood by the dolphins. The dolphins would bring the ball from the tub. If we show the above actions in a sequence, if we reverse the actions, they throw the ball into the tub. They remember their names by short and long whistles. A variety of whistles are recognized by them. If a dolphin of a particular whistle is called, all the dolphins stare at it, while the particular one comes to you. Another wonder behavior is remarked with Alex, an African grey parrot. In 1977, Everin Pepperberg bought a parrot and trained it. Eventually, he made it to learn more than 100 words. He then arranged the words in such a way that Alex could frame his own sentences. After a few days, he showed Alex one yellow bowl and another yellow dish. The dialogues between them are: Pepperberg, what is the similarity? Alex, color. Pepperberg, what is the difference? Alex, shape. Likewise, Alex could recognize even minute similarities and differences between any two objects, irrespective of color, size, shape, etc. It even tried to teach other parrots of its group. When they utter wrongly, it instructs them to say clear. Besides, the wonderful thing is that it is named an apple as bannery. Because it tastes like a banana and looks like a big cherry. Naming in this way is a sign of creativity in language. Before Alex's death, it could even be learned up to the seventh table. Every species in the animal kingdom has its own standards of intelligence, which are reflected through their behavior. Animals also express feelings like happiness, threat, fear, anger, sadness, etc. You can notice this type of behavior in other animals too. The hissing of snakes, the barking of dogs, the stiffing of nailed hair of hedgehogs, mulla pandi, the bad odor from the skin of Tasmanian devil, etc. are all expressions to protect themselves from predators. Your pet dog is the best example to observe different types of feelings. After returning from the fields in the evening, cow licks its calf. It reflects its affection towards its baby. Thank you for your patience, and also stay updated for more captivating videos like this.